Okay. We're ready, Your Honor.
Okay. And can I just have the attorneys put their names on the record for me?
For the Public Defender's Office, Rose Hernandez.
Marissa Felipe.
Okay. My name is Martha Adams. I'm going to be the judge presiding over the initial appearances here this morning. Unless I tell you otherwise, I've found probable cause. If there is a probable cause issue that the public defender wants to make me aware of, let me know. I may have already found it. And then I tried to look through pretrial releases statements. Some of them I'm a little confused by, but we'll work it out.
Okay.
Okay, the first case I have is James Brady.
Your Honor, I have a PC argument for this case.
Okay. Is Mr. Brady present?
Yes, Your Honor, he is.
Okay. And, yeah, this one was a little confusing to me.
Over here.
I am finding that there's PC for... Tell me what your issue was, because it might be the same as mine.
Okay, so my issue is just that it's not clear from the face of the PC affidavit if the defendant was charged with the fentanyl, which was field tested, or the red pill that was found in the vehicle, which was not field tested. My other argument, which isn't necessarily a PC argument, it's just an argument regarding the police conduct that day. It's just that the affidavit indicates that whatever PC was obtained, it may have been obtained through unlawful means, and that the officers only cited the fact that the defendant appeared nervous and sweaty, and that was the basis for calling the canine, and it's not clear if calling the canine extended the length of the stop, which would be, which could be unlawful depending on the circumstances.
But would you agree that that's for a motion to suppress, not necessarily for an IA argument?
Yes, Your Honor, I do agree. I wanted to raise the issue.
Okay, no worries. I do think that there's PC for two charges. I agree with you, it's a little unclear. It does appear, though, that he qualifies for pretrial release. So I will go ahead and I'll order pretrial release as to both counts. We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent him, and he's free to go. Straight PTR. Okay, next I have Rafael Castro. So, do you have the affidavit?
Your Honor, I don't.
Okay. And the only reason I know it is because I signed it. So I guess my question is, I'm willing to set bond, or if you want me to bring it back for tomorrow so you can get the affidavit, it's entirely up to you. Or I can do both.
Well, we would like for Your Honor to set bond today.
Okay. So I obviously signed the warrant, so I do believe that there's probable cause. I will go ahead and set the bond at $5,000. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent him. My concern is that he's not to have any contact with his daughter. I was never into where the daughter went to. And I know the mother and the daughter were arrested. The mother and the father were arrested.
So she is at one of the grandparents' houses right now.
Okay. So what I'll do is, instead of ordering him not to return home, since she's not at the house, I'm just going to order that he have no contact with his daughter.
It's just with his daughter, correct?
That is correct, yes.
All right, thank you.
And then just no weapons or firearms. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
She's not not really listed as Zanetta Castro.
Your Honor, we have a PC argument in this case.
Okay. This was the one. Okay, Ms. Castro, it's not the greatest charge in the world. I have more of an issue with that she told her daughter to lie than with the other parts, because it appears that she was actually trying to intervene between she and her husband. My bigger concern is are they planning on holding her because she's out on probation?
Your Honor, I'm not sure what the plan is as to the VOP, but may I present the PC argument?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so my PC argument is simply that there doesn't appear to be PC for the charge of child neglect specifically. I was looking at the jury instructions for that charge, and I don't believe that there is PC as to the first element, which says that the defendant willfully or through culpable negligence failed or omitted to provide the alleged victim with care, supervision, and services, or that she failed to make reasonable efforts to protect the victim from abuse, neglect, or exploitation. In this case, it looks like she is only accused of, well, she was accused of taking her daughter to the hospital and then, telling her daughter not to tell anyone what happened. But that doesn't seem like a failure for her to do anything. She actually took her daughter to the hospital to provide her care. And then as far as the part about where she intervened, it doesn't look like there was any indication that, she just allowed that to happen. It looks like whenever she became aware of what was happening with the other co-defendant in the case, she intervened and stepped in and tried to get her daughter the help that she needed. So it doesn't seem to be the correct charge. So.
Okay. Did the state wish to respond?
Judge, I do believe that there's probable cause in this. Fail to provide. Sorry.
Okay. Can you mute your mic on Osceola's side just so I can hear the state attorney? Thank you. Just while she's talking, that would be perfect. Thank you. Go ahead.
Judge, I believe the neglect in this case is for the failure to provide the care, supervision, and protection needed. The probable cause for that would be that she made the statements trying to convince her daughter and specifically to threaten Aaliyah not to tell them what happened or else it will be worse. That would be a failure to provide through neglect. Should the court want, I would request 24 hours to get additional information from law enforcement.
Okay, thank you. And going back to Osceola, can pretrial services or somebody tell me, does this trigger like a 5-day hold automatically for the violation of probation, or does it not?
If it's not revoked in open court, the officer will do a violation of probation within 5 days.
But you don't, like, there's some charges here where I know we automatically hold them for 5 days to let probation do that. Is this not one of those situations?
No, Your Honor.
That's fine. I just was curious. So, okay, so my concern is it's similar to what you argued about before, in the sense that I don't think that, it appears that she attempted to intervene with her husband to stop him from hurting the daughter. But the problem is, I do have the problem that at the hospital, she encouraged her to lie and threatened to tell her, don't tell them or else it'll be worse. I do think that there's a form of probable cause for some type of child neglect. I don't know how high it is. How about I will do this? I will go ahead and find that there's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office. I'll set her bond at $1,000. And she also is to not have any contact with her daughter at this time. and then I just won't take any action on the VOP, and if her probation officer wants to do something, that'll be entirely up to them.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think so.
Your Honor, the two Castros that we just dealt with are married. We just
Yes.
want to clarify that there is a no contact order prohibiting them from having contact. Is that correct?
No, unless the wife is concerned about being back in the home with her husband, I was gonna let them return. I just didn't want either of them to have any contact with their daughter at this point.
Okay, thank you. That makes sense. Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you. Because they're husband and wife, but I don't want them to have any contact with the daughter. They can talk to each other though. Oh, that's just for him. Nancy Combs?
Your Honor, can we reset her? She's detoxing.
Yes, I'll reset her to tomorrow. Jamario Juan? Done? Good morning, sir. I'm sorry, I haven't been doing this. Is your date of birth May 15th of 1997?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It looks like Judge Epperson has a warrant for you for a failure to appear, or it's a revocation. I can't really tell. But in any case, the bond's been set at none. I'll appoint the public defender's office if they haven't been previously appointed.
Your Honor, may we ask that you reconsider the zero bond? We do have a rationale for why he failed to appear in court, if Your Honor would listen to that.
There's case law that says I can't touch another judge's case. I gotta be honest with you, I'm more scared of Judge Epperson than all of you guys put together. So I can't do that.
I even tried to email the judge. I tried to email the judge about my situation with my transportation and let him know. I even contacted you guys' clerk courts to figure out what I needed to do in my situation, because I was trying to do the virtual, because in St. Lucie County, if you can't make it to court, they do a virtual over Zoom, but I never got no response until the day of court of talking to someone. They told me to email again, and then that's when they informed me that the judge signed a warrant out for my arrest. If I had the transportation to make it to court, I would have came to court. That's why I took off of work, Your Honor, and turned myself in to get the situation over.
Well, sir, I'm sorry. There's just case law that says specifically I'm not allowed to touch another judge's habeas. What I can do, though, is email him and let him know that you are in jail and that you would like to see him Monday morning if possible, and see if I can get you to get him on, have him put you on his docket as soon as possible. Okay? Thank you. Okay. Luis Galarza Ramos.
He's going to need an interpreter.
Okay.
Good morning, Your Honor. Alan Figueroa, State Certified Spanish Court Interpreter.
Hi, good morning. I have a Luis Galarza Ramos. And I believe, so in Osceola, do you guys have a headset or do we just do it over the line?
I think over the line. He can hear the interpreter.
Okay. Has the interpreter been sworn in today?
Not yet.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you swear to translate Spanish truth he needs medically today?
I do. Alan Figueroa, a certified Spanish interpreter.
Okay. And, sir, are you Luis Galarza Ramos?
Señor, usted es la Garza Ramos.
Sí.
Yes.
And were you born on March 20th in 1982?
¿Y usted nació el 20 de marzo del 82?
Sí.
Yes.
Sir, at this time, I am finding there's probable cause for the charges. I am going to keep your bond set at $2,500, and I will appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you.
Bien, señor, determino que existe disponibilidad para los cargos, se mantendrá la fianza en $2,500 y se le designa defensor público para que lo represente.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Gracias.
Did I ask her for any? Do you know if there are any other Spanish cases that you have?
No, Your Honor, that's all.
That's all? Okay, thank you, interpreter. We appreciate your help this morning.
Not a problem. I'll stay here for when you call back for what we do with the orange IAs.
Okay, thank you so much. Trended Garner? Okay, good morning, Mr. Garner. Is your date of birth August 7th of 1969?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, I do find that there's probable cause for this charge, and I will keep your bond set at $500 and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Thank you.
Your Honor, the defendant is transient. Would you consider ROR or direct PTR?
I have that he doesn't qualify for PTR. Does the state have any objection to an ROR?
He has no objection to an OR. 2 days. He would like to accept.
Which is what? Get released today?
No, hold on one second. You said you have no objection to
No
an...
objection to an ROR.
Okay. So she says she has no objection to an ROR. So we'll go ahead and just do a straight ROR then.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Good luck to you. Okay. Jennifer McKinnon. Okay, Ms. McKinnon, your date of birth is April 12th of 1983.
Yes.
Okay, ma'am, this is a warrant that was signed out of Orange County. The bond has been set at none. They should go ahead and transport you back over here as soon as possible, okay?
Okay.
It's, was this the one that? None? Yeah. Luis Mestiza? No, because sure, your date of birth, March 21st of 1999?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here's the problem on this one. I'm assuming he would be entitled to a bond, but I don't have any paperwork for what Judge Alvaro signed. Does anybody else?
The Public Defender's Office doesn't have anything.
Okay. The state doesn't have anything either, do they? Huh.
For the what? For the one?
I can do a couple things. I can ask him certain questions that will not incriminate him, but gives me certain information so I can try to set a bond, or I can reset him and try to get the paperwork, or do both.
Your Honor, the only thing I was thinking is that if the court doesn't have a warrant in front of it and it can't make a probable cause determination, then shouldn't he just be ROR'd?
No, I don't have to make an ROR, I don't have to make a probable cause determination because the warrant's already been signed by Judge Alvaro. He made the probable cause determination. I'm just the one that's supposed to come up with the bond.
And it's also out on bond in Osceola County on case 2020 CF 3637.
What charge is that? I think she said Osceola.
Osceola, yes.
And what charge is he out on bond for?
Shooting within a building and discharging a firearm in public.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some paperwork on that.
So we'll reset it for 24 hours? Is that-
Yeah, let's reset it for 24 hours and see if we can try to find the affidavit that tells me the facts so I can make a bond determination. Just reset it till tomorrow. Okay, sir, I'll go ahead and reset this for tomorrow, and I'll see if I can get some paperwork, and we'll try to see what we can do tomorrow. I apologize, but that's the best I can do for today.
Your Honor, we have the affidavit here. We can email it, or will you still want the case to be reset?
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought I asked previously if anybody had the affidavit. So you do have it?
I was just notified they do have the affidavit.
Okay, if you can email it to me, I can take a look at it, or email it to the clerk, she'll print it out for me.
Okay, we'll do that.
How about, do that and I'll call Mr. Mestiza last,
Okay.
okay? Cedric Mills? Okay, Mr. Mills, is your date of birth September 26th of 1992?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, this is also a warrant that was signed by Judge Alvaro. It does set your bond at $1,000. And I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent.
Okay, so when be my next court date?
I have no earthly idea, but hopefully the COs will be able to let you know.
All right.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Angel Rivera.
Your Honor, we have a PC argument in this case.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Rivera, your date of birth is May 6th of 1978, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I'm assuming the PC argument is based on the same one because of the co-defendant?
Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly the same one. It's, in this case, it has to do with the syringes. The syringes were not field tested. There was also no indication that the syringes contained any type of residue. The mere fact that they appeared to be used is not any indication of criminal activity. Also, the vehicle is not registered to this defendant. So those would be the reasons for the lack.
Okay. Did the state wish to be heard?
Judge, I do believe there is probable cause because while I understand those arguments, at this standard, there were individuals found inside the vehicle within close proximity. So I think that would be the standard.
My concern, though, is that syringes aren't necessarily they can also be used for legal substances just as much as illegal substances. So she is correct. There's nothing to determine that the syringes have anything that makes them illicit. I would just do a straight ROR. unless you want 24 hours to look into it.
ROR is fine, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do a straight ROR. And, yeah, I'm not going to find any PC. Okay. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Crystal Lee San Pedro Thayer. Good afternoon, ma'am. Is your date of birth June 24th of 1986?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this is a failure to appear from Judge Young in Osceola County. He has set the bond at none. I'll appoint the public defender's office if they weren't previously appointed to represent you, and hopefully you'll get a court date with him soon. Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Your Honor, she was just
Please.
wanting me to tell you the reason for the FTA, but I know that you had previously indicated that you couldn't entertain those arguments.
Yeah, ma'am, I'm really sorry, but there's case law that says I don't have any ability to change another judge's capias.
Even though they told me to come, like I came to court the first time and the second time, they told me to come and I came and they sent me home because I was sick.
I understand, ma'am. All I can do is try to get you in front of Judge Young sooner, but there's case law that specifically says that I am not allowed to touch their capiases.
So how soon do you think?
Well, hopefully you have the public defender. Hopefully they can get you a hearing, and I'll let Judge Young know that we picked you up and that you'd like to talk to him.
All right, please, I'm working and stuff. I don't want to lose my job.
No, I totally understand. I totally understand.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck to you. Thank you. Randall Dane Wooten.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, Mr. Wooten. Your date of birth, May 1st of 1982?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Sir, you are also here in regards to a warrant that was signed by Judge Young. It's for a failure to appear. He set your bond at none. I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office if they were previously appointed. And again, hopefully you'll get in front of him as soon as possible, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Ma'am, this was due to a mistake by the courts, is the reason that I failed to appear.
Okay.
Courts sent-
Again, you guys
sent
can
my
tell
court
me
date
that
in place.
the whole building was about to explode and it was completely impossible for you to get in. And there's case law that says I have no legal basis to touch that capias and to change it without Judge Young's approval. I can't do anything about it. I apologize, but that's the way the law works.
Okay, can I get a faster court date or something? Or, I mean, is there any way somebody can contact him? What can I do? Because I'm a single parent. That's why I came and turned myself in on this to try to speed this up. The courts, they put West Union, Florida instead of West Union, South Carolina on the paperwork they sent me. So I never received my court date.
Sir, I'm appointing you an attorney. Your attorney is your conduit to get you to the judge. I will also let Judge Young know that you've been picked up and that you'd like to see him as soon as possible. I'll do the best I can.
Yeah, I turned myself in on this, so.
Okay. Well, good luck to you, sir. Hopefully you'll see him soon.
Thank you.
Eric Rich.
Right here, Your Honor.
Okay.
Your Honor, in this case, Judge Carson adjudicated him incompetent on December 18th, 2020 and placed him on conditional release. I just wanted to let the court know that he has already been adjudicated incompetent.
But my concern is that Judge Carson's also the one that issued the warrant for him failing to appear at a competency status hearing.
He was in the hospital in Marion County, Florida.
Okay.
I was in the hospital because I have sickle cell anemia, leukemia. Then I got taken down by a police officer that I have broken ribs in 5 places and a dislocated shoulder.
Okay. Well, again, my concern is that it says 0 bond. What I will do is let Judge Karsten know, because I certainly don't want him to stay in the hospital, or I'm sorry, stay in jail any longer than necessary. Again, I will appoint the public defender if they weren't previously appointed, and I will let Judge Karsten know that Mr. Rich has been picked up and that he needs to get out.
Your Honor, is there any way that his competency status hearing could be pulled up from June 18th to a closer date, or you don't have that information right now?
I don't have that information at all. I'm sorry.
Okay, I was just wondering. Thank you.
I will definitely let Judge Karsten know, though.
Thank you.
Let me just find that again. Okay. Spend all night on the phone. Okay, Queson Grant. Good afternoon, Mr. Grant. Is your date of birth November 16th of 1996?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm trying to read the notes from before. It says that the SAO asked for pretrial detention. The public defender had no objection. It actually says to reset it, to today. But then it says this state has 24 hours to supplement the record regarding the question of whether the structure was dual.
It was if it was his dwelling or not, because
Defendant's dwelling. I got you, because they were in the bedroom. I got you.
right, the defendant is a resident of this home, so he could not be charged with burglary if it's his home and he has the lawful right to be there.
It depends on what kind of home it is.
It's just a regular house that he rents a room out of.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When you rent a room out of it, it usually has a separate lock on it. So I don't know, was the state able to get any additional information?
Judge, I was in contact with the state attorney who handled the case yesterday. The officer has indicated he submitted a supplemental report. I cannot find it. I don't have access to it. I've looked and I've emailed the officer for it. He did indicate that he thought that there was probable cause for that, but I'd ask for 24 hours again to get that report.
Your Honor, I think the state is only entitled to 24 hours. I don't think that they can just continuously get more 24-hour, extensions. If the state cannot prove probable cause for count 2, then he must be ROR'd on count 2.
I disagree. I think they can actually have up to 72 hours. They can actually ask for 24 hours, 48 hours, up to 72. But that being said, I'm a little, so what's the whole deal with the pretrial? Oh, they asked for pretrial detention. Oh, no, but you asked for PTR? I don't understand.
I think pretrial detention is that there was a request because it's a burglary with a battery, he would not be entitled to bond because it's a punishment by life offense. I do also see that his bond was revoked from 21 CF to 21 CT 936, so he is currently incarcerated.
Your Honor, I think that he is entitled to a bond. Your Honor can revoke the bond if there's an Arthur hearing, but if there's no Arthur hearing and there's no finding of proof, evident, presumption, great, then he is entitled to a bond.
Right, but the concern, okay, so there's a couple things that's going on here. I understand that there's a probable cause issue for count 2. But I do think that it appears that probable cause was found on the first count, which was the aggravated battery. So more importantly, he's out on bond on case number 21 CF 1021, as well as case number 21 CT 936. My concern is that I have notes here that says it was revoked. I'm assuming Judge Epperson did not do that because he was waiting to figure out. No, actually it says revoke and set at no bond, both cases. So here's what I'll do, because I don't really think it's going to make a difference. If Judge Epperson already revoked his bond on 21 CF 1021 and 21 CT 936, and both the bonds are set at none, I will go ahead and do this. I think he agreed that the original bond on count 1 can remain at $3,500. And then I'll set the bond at an ROR on count 2.
So what does that mean?
No, just an I want to say there was a paper clip, but I don't know where it went. Paper clip. Okay. So are we good to go?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Next, I have David Perez.
He's at the hospital, Your Honor.
Okay.
Oh, Your Honor, there was another case that we wanted to recall, James Brady. He is asking for a bond instead of PTR, direct PTR. That's correct, please.
Okay. Let me just go back first to David Perez. Do you want me to reset him to tomorrow, or do you want me to go ahead and just...
You can reset him to tomorrow. That's fine.
I'll reset him for tomorrow. And then Mr. Brady. Hold on, let me just get the paperwork. I'll set his bond at $1,000 on count 1 and $100 on count 2 for PTR.
Okay, and then, thank you, Your Honor. And then as to, I think it was Luis Mestiza was the one where we got the warrant late. I don't know if Your Honor got a check. Get it?
I did get it. Let me just read it very quickly.
Okay.
For PTR. Okay, so I'm calling back Mr. Mestiza. Okay, so in regards to Mr. Mestiza, I will go ahead and set his bond at $500. I will order that he have no contact with the victim in this case and not possess any weapons or firearms. And I'll take no action on the other case that he's out on bond on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome, sir. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay, I think that was everything for Osceola.
Yes, Your Honor, that was all.
Okay, thank you guys. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so this is Regal Antonio Bamaka. And Mr. Bamaka, your date of birth is July 5th of 1995, correct? Okay. And Mr. Bartzokas, you're here representing him. It appears he picked up a DUI allegedly yesterday with Winter Garden the Winter Garden Police Department. But our biggest concern is he is currently out on bond for a DUI. Is that a DUI as well?
Yes, Judge, he's in diversion currently for that. It's in front of Judge Cameron.
Yeah. So, okay. Mr. Bamaka, here's what I'm willing to do. The problem is they're probably going to take you out of pretrial diversion, which is going to become nasty because then you got 2 DUIs that you're trying to fight over. And so in any case, let's do this. I'll set your bond at $1,000. Please don't drive without a valid driver's license. And make sure you stay in contact with your attorneys because my guess is you're going to have some type of status date coming up with Judge Cameron, and they're going to need to talk to you about what you want to do on that case, plus this case, and maybe even see if you can put them together. And I'll see you later, because it's in my division.
Yes, Judge, I'm assuming the state or defense will end up just moving to administratively transfer it. I mean, just to get both cases together, but either way, I mean, obviously it's more of a state issue than for us, but.
I'd go with the lower case number.
Yeah, that sounds good, Judge.
Just because of the state, I think. Okay.
Right.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks for your time, Judge. Have a great weekend.
You too.
Judge, so there's no action?
I'm sorry?
No action on that out on bond case?
Yeah, I'm not going to take any action since he's on pretrial diversion. Him getting kicked out is going to be a far worse penalty. Yeah, you want to do those first? Okay, yes. So I'm going to do the same thing, but do the interpreter on this button. Right? I do the interpreter here? All right. I know.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Alan Figueroa, certified Spanish Court interpreter.
Good morning. I have some Spanish cases for you here. Let me ask you a question. When I'm downtown, I need to tell you all the case numbers. Do we give those to you, or do you still need me to give them to you afterwards?
You can just give them to me as you call them up, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you need that one that was out of Osceola? Because I totally forgot to give you that one.
No, don't worry about that one, Your Honor.
Okay, okay. So let me get to these. Give me 1 second here. Is this Mr. Lopez Garcia?
Yes, ma'am. Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, do you need the interpreter?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay. Do you want to use the headset? Makes it a little bit easier. Okay, he has the headset on now.
Sí.
The defendant can hear me, Your Honor.
Okay. So, sir, I just want to verify, were you born on May 17th of 1975?
Correcto.
That's correct.
Okay. So, Mr. Lopez Garcia, I know that this is a battery charge. Don't tell me anything about the facts of the case, but I need to know a little bit of information just so I can set the conditions of your release. The way I was reading the paperwork, you and your wife are here on vacation. You live in North Carolina. Is that correct?
Correcto. Venimos a
Correct.
el aniversario de boda.
No, don't tell me anything else. I just want you to answer yes or no.
Correct. We came to celebrate our wedding anniversary.
Okay. And then, did you drive here or did you fly here?
Volamos.
We flew here.
Okay. When are you scheduled to fly back?
Hoy,
Today,
Okay. Do you know what time?
pues salí en la mañana, pero ahora voy a salir por la noche.
it would have been in the morning, but I guess now we'll leave at night.
Or she could have left without you?
No, bueno, nosotros teníamos planes para viajar mañana, pero yo iba a ir hoy porque mañana me tocaba trabajar.
No. Actually, we had plans to leave by tomorrow, but I was going to leave today because I got to work tomorrow.
Okay. Well, the problem, sir, that I'm having is the fact that because your wife is not here, I have to issue a no contact order. And my concern is how you're going to get home without seeing your wife. I just want to make sure, I'm assuming that you obviously have your driver's license and you have access to money, and that you may not need to see her. So let me do this.
Correct.
Does he qualify? I'm sorry, I didn't fill this out.
Yes, Your Honor, he does qualify.
Okay. So, Mr. Lopez, I can either give you a bond, or you can pay cash or get with the bondsman and pay a surety bond, or I can do pretrial release. Pretrial release means, though, that you're going to have to stay in contact with Orange County Pretrial Services so that they can sort of monitor everything that's going on. Would you rather just have the money bond, or do you want to do pretrial services?
Well, los servicios de libertad provisional me gustarían también.
I would like the pre-trial.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and release you on pretrial release. The conditions are that you're not to have any contact with your wife. Now, keep in mind that the only person that can change this is the judge. So if you happen to get back to your hotel and your wife's there, realize you run the risk of going to jail if you hang out with her. I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. So if it's something that you think that your wife does want to have contact with you, they can try to get you in front of the judge as soon as possible to change that. Obviously, I will also give you an order that says because when you get back home, you're not to have any contact with her either. So this means that you may have to stay someplace else until you get some of this stuff resolved. I will allow you to return to your home one time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve any belongings that you have at home, so that doesn't throw off you getting back to work. Sir, do you have any questions for me?
No, mi mamá vive en Charlotte, entonces yo viviría en casa de ella.
No, my mom lives in Charlotte, so I'll just stay at her place.
Okay, that sounds good. Well, good luck to you, sir. The pretrial services will probably get with you in just a little bit, and then hopefully you'll get out very shortly, okay?
Judge, he's able to return back to North Carolina.
Yes, he can return. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
And you're going to get the case number.
Yes, sir. Sorry. It is case number 2021 MM 3472.
Thank you.
So no contact and maintain separate residences, but return one time with law enforcement. Yeah. Okay, and is this Luis Nieves?
Correcto.
That's correct.
Mr. Nieves, is your date of birth October 16th of 1942?
Correcto.
That's correct.
So, sir, this was a warrant that was signed by Judge Alvaro. He found probable cause. He did set your bond at none. However, you are entitled to a bond. So I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $2,000. But please make sure that you do register before you leave the jail so that you don't end up in this with another charge like this, okay? Good luck to you, sir. I'll appoint the public defender to represent you.
And the case number for Mr. Nieves, Your Honor?
Is there a button that says that? Whatever that button says. Don't know. Report within 24 hours. Yeah, that's it. I'm sorry, on Mr. Nieves, that was case number 2021 CF 5576.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. This appears to be Joel Vasquez-Perez.
Yes.
And sir, is your date of birth November 28th of 1998?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, I have reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I do find that there is probable cause based on the amount of drugs that you had in your possession with the firearm. It does keep your bond set at none on count 1. I will reduce the other bonds though. The count 2, I'll make $150, count 3, $150, count 4, $150, and count 5, $100. I'll also appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. That was case number 2021 CF 5972.
Thank you.
The next case I have is, this is case number 2021 CT 3730AO. This is Jose Hernandez Villanueva.
Yes.
So, sir, I'm showing that you're here for 2 charges, driving under the influence and no valid driver's license. Let me first ask you a question. You filled out the affidavit of insolvency. It's my understanding you do not have any children. Is that correct?
Can you repeat that?
Yes. Do you have any children?
Yes, I do.
How many?
2.
Okay. So based on the fact that he has 2 kids, you'll qualify. I'm going to go ahead and change that I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Does he qualify for PTR?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. So, sir, I'm going to keep your bond set at $500 on count 1 and $100 on count 2. And you, like I said, you do have the public defender's office appointed to represent you. Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this Mr. Lopez Gonzalez? Hi, are you Mr. Lopez Gonzalez?
Yes.
Sir, were you born on September 12th of 1983?
Correct.
Sir, this is a warrant that was issued for you out of Osceola County. It is for a failure to appear. The bond on this has been set at none. Osceola County, since we're in the Ninth Judicial Circuit, they should come and pick you up very quickly and take you over to the Osceola County Jail. And then hopefully you can talk to the judge about these charges. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. That case number was 2020 CT 493.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Was that all the Spanish? Okay, that was all the Spanish we had for today.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, you as well. It's out of county, so I wasn't sure if we did. They do? Even though it's Osceola? Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Oops, sorry. Is this Mr. Nettles?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and Mr. Nettles, your date of birth, October 8th of 1960, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Nettles, I read the charging affidavit. Here's my concern. So you and your, try to answer if you can without elaborating, but it's my understanding you and your sister live together, correct?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have someplace else that you can live for a little bit?
No, ma'am, that's the problem. I just got approved by a bunch of back pay of my checks though by a federal judge in Ocala the 15th of next month. And I was in the mix of getting that stuff started so I could move away from there because this has been going on for a long time, ma'am. I keep coming here for stuff I'm not doing and I'm really, I'm, as you can see my hands from that far away, what they look like, and my shoulders even worse. And I can't stand this no longer. It's got to stop some kind of way, ma'am. It's time the court's up, and y'all's time for my sister's mentally ill. You just don't know the stuff she does. It's bad. And she's all died on the fentanyl twice in the last.
Your Honor, I would advise him not to speak too much on the record, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr. Nettles, let me, my concern is that my guess is the state's probably going to drop the charges because it sounds like mutual combat. Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna find that there's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm gonna release you on a straight ROR, but I'm gonna put that you're not to have any hostile contact with your sister, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I know things are bad, but try to get along with her as best you can. But most importantly, try to get your stuff and get out of there as fast as you can.
I just need God to help me. I need God.
Okay, well, I'm hoping that he'll help you on that one, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Good luck to you, sir. You're very welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless.
There we go. Crystal Miles? Okay, and Miss Miles, your date of birth is October 9th of 1993? So, ma'am, this is a warrant, hold on, for a failure to appear for trial management conference out of Division 22. They have set your bond at none. I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office in case they haven't been appointed previously, but hopefully they'll get you in front of that judge and they can try to talk to them about that.
I have my baby this week.
I'm sorry?
I gotta go give birth this week, though.
Well, we have lovely facilities here. You may end up having them here. Okay? Good luck to you. Thank you. I don't know that they're lovely, but. Morgan, Antoine, is it Piggy?
That's me, Morgan Antoine Piggy Jr.
Okay. And were you born March 8th of 1985?
Yes, I was.
Okay. So, sir, this looks like a warrant that's out of Seminole County. And it looks like they have set the bond at $1,000. Okay?
Is that my public defender?
He's not your public defender because he's a public defender for Orange County. Did you have one in Seminole County?
When I was in Seminole County, I only had first appearance. I got it on bond. I contacted the courthouse, and I got not arrested. I got picked up to go to Central Florida Behavioral Healthcare Center.
Okay.
That's how I missed my court date. Also, I'm kidnapped by Orange County, California sheriff. My first judge in juvenile detention center in Jacksonville, the warden in Central Prison, the bailiff in Orange County Courthouse, S5 Health Partners, Johnny Poe Correctional Facility in Central Florida Behavior. I'm kidnapped by all these people.
Well, you know what? I'm going to get with Judge Culver over in Seminole County and let him know that you're here, and we'll see what we can do to try to get you out as soon as possible, okay?
Do I have a bond?
You do. It's $1,000.
Okay.
Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
I'm going to pass this with Warren here to him? No. Warren?
No. Sure, Mr. Thompson would love to chat with him, right?
Huh? Oh, okay.
Okay. Is it Tamaya? Tamaya, but it's polite?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And ma'am, were you born on October 21st of 1999?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a warrant also out of Seminole County. It does look like they set your bond at $10,000. I can't change that, but Seminole County should pick you up within the next 72 hours.
So I can't bond out?
No, you can bond out if you have $10,000, or they'll come and pick you up.
Your Honor, she's
But if I
currently
don't-
out on bond.
Yeah, but I can't tell when that happens, so I won't take any action on the other case.
So if I bond out before they come, then I'll be good?
Yeah, it'll just give you paperwork. Just make sure you show up at your next court date in Seminole, though, so you don't end up in the same position.
Okay.
Okay, good luck to you. Thank you. Yeah. You don't need these sheets, do you? Throw them away? Okay.
That's serious, man. That's serious. I got you. Been in here before. No, I've been in here before.
Okay. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Can you tell me how to say your name?
I'm Geeks for Derifont.
Okay, and were you born on February 22nd of 1983?
Yes.
Okay. So, sir, I did read over the charging affidavit. I do find that there is probable cause. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, the first charge does come with a no bond. I am going to keep the bond at none. I will set count 2 at $1,000, count 3 at $150, count 4 at $150, and count 5 at $100. Since I'm doing a no bond on count 1, I won't take any action on the bond that you're currently out on, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
And Judge, are you issuing a no contact order with the victim?
Yes. Sure. Okay, good afternoon. Are you Terry Ivey?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Ivey, were you born on October 11th of 1998?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, hold on. Mr. Ivey, without telling me anything about the facts of the case, I'm just trying to figure out, you and your girlfriend do not live together, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I thought so, but I just wanted to make sure. So I have read over the charging affidavit. I do find that there's probable cause. I'm going to set count 1 at $500, count 2 at $100, count 3 at $150, and count 4 at $150. I am going to order that you not have any contact with your girlfriend in this case, okay? So just make sure you don't have any contact with her while you're out on bond. If you want to change that, get with your public defender, which I'm going to appoint, and let them know so that they can try to change that with the judge. I had 1, 2, 3, I had 4. Is there one on a different page? Okay, there was one other count, I made it 150, so you're all set.
Aware of that. I only counted 4.
So if you look at the charging affidavit, it's kind of confusing because they put 2 counts of, what is it, battery? Yes. Of battery.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Oh, I remember now.
Okay, good luck to you, sir, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Correct. I did. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Are you Christopher Murphy?
No.
No? He refused?
I will waive his appearance, Your Honor.
Okay. Is anybody here for Christopher Murphy? No, okay. So I will go ahead and find that I found probable cause. I'll set his bond at $5,000 on count 1, $100 on count 2, $100 on count 3. I am going to order no contact, no return to the scene, no weapons or firearms, and I'll appoint the public defender's office. How about, are you Patrick Ramlagan?
Correct.
How did I say your last name? Close?
Last name is Ramligan.
Ramlagan. Said it much better than I did. Okay. And I believe this is Jennifer Prasad?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Ms. Prasad, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. So, Ms. Prasad, I read through the charging affidavit. I understand that you were trying to get him to leave. I'm assuming you would like him to still leave, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So normally in these types of situations, I order no contact at all between the two of you. Are you here to tell me that you want to have contact with him, or are you good with the no contact order?
No contact.
Okay. So, sir, what I'm going to do is I will, well, let me first do this. Do you have any children, sir?
No, I do not.
Okay. And then on the affidavit for the public defender's office, they were saying you didn't qualify, so I just wanted to go over a couple things. Do you still want to see if you qualify for a public defender?
I mean, I can.
Okay. So I just want to verify you get paid where you work every 2 weeks? And after they take out taxes and everything that they take out of your paycheck, how much are you actually able to bring home every 2 weeks?
About 1,000.
Okay. So 2,000 a month, he doesn't qualify? I thought he would. 2,000. Oh, you didn't do this? It's $1,000 every 2 weeks? Maybe she misunderstood what that was. That makes no sense whatsoever. So you do qualify for the public defender's office, in my opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and appoint them to represent you. Okay, sorry, 22, 21. Okay, so you do qualify, so let's go back. So I am appointing the public defender's office. I'm gonna set your bond at, hold on, sorry.
He does qualify for straight PTR.
He does, okay. Sir, I can either set a monetary bond or I can have you get out on pretrial release. Pretrial release means you don't have to obviously post any money to get out of jail, but it does require you to check in with pretrial services and maintain contact with them. Would you like to do that to try to save you some money? Okay. So I'm gonna set you for straight pretrial release on all 3 counts, but the conditions are that obviously you have no contact with Ms. Prasad. Let me ask you this. I know you were packing some things when all of this happened. Do you need to go back to get anything from her? Everything's there? Okay. So what I'm gonna do is order that you can go back one time with law enforcement officers. So all you have to do is call the Ocoee Police Department and tell them, hey, I need you to come with me so I can get my stuff. And then they monitor the whole situation so something like this never happens again. But please don't go to her house without them. Because she's got, the no contact order means no contact. If he has any contact with you, you have the right to call the police and it violates his conditions of release. It actually triggers a new law charge and you can get new charges filed against you. So if for some reason you think that she wants to have contact with you, you talk to your attorney and let the attorney talk to her. But until she makes that statement, which she's made pretty clear here, and understand the no contact order means no phoning, texting, emailing, no Snapchat, no third party, don't talk to a priest or a rabbi to go through her. No contact means no contact. Now, like I said, I'll let you return one time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve your belongings. And I'm also going to order that you not possess any weapons or firearms. Sir, do you have any questions for me?
No.
Ma'am, do you have any questions for me?
Yes, Your Honor. Will I be notified when the law enforcement comes to my home?
Hopefully, yes, that they will call and tell you that they're on their way with him. It is possible that they may just show up and knock on your door, but they would always come to the door first.
Okay, and is there a way that I can have his items and his property removed from my home today?
It depends on when he gets out.
Okay.
I mean, the only other option I could suggest is, do you have a mutual friend that you could give all his belongings to, and then that way you can give them to them, and they can give them to him?
No.
Okay, then I think that's probably going to be the best bet is with law enforcement. And then also keep in mind the state attorney's office is going to reach out and talk to you about what you want to do further on the case down the road, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're very welcome. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. No return. But he does need to go back to get some stuff. So, okay. Is it Jarvis Sears?
Yes, ma'am. Jarvis Sears.
Okay. Okay. So, Mr. Sears, you're here on 2 charges. One is a violation of the conditions of pretrial release. That's actually a new law violation. And then you also picked up some charges with that, which are the resisting an officer with violence and resisting an officer without violence. But then obviously you've also violated the conditions of your release for the charge that you're currently out on bond on, which is in 2021 CF 455280. So here's what I'm doing. I am finding that there's probable cause on the new law violations. As to the violation of condition of pretrial release, I will set your bond at $5,000 I will order that you have no contact with the victim in this case. I will go ahead and keep your bond set at $1,000 and $100 on the resisting and the resisting without. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you as to all of those charges. However, I'm also going to revoke your bond in the 2021 CF 4552AO. I do show that you have Brittany Sokovich as your attorney, and we'll make sure that she understands that we revoked your bond so that she can try to get you back in front of the judge to see what they can do about getting you a bond hearing. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Okay, good afternoon. Are you Edgar, is it Aparicio? Okay, and is your date of birth July 12th of 1997? Okay. So, sir, okay. So, sir, I am finding that there's probable cause. I will go ahead and appoint a public defender to represent you. I can set a bond in a monetary amount, or I can set you with pretrial release. Obviously, the bond amount, you can set a surety bond, or you can pay cash to get out. If I do pretrial release, you obviously don't have to put forth any money, but you do have to make contact with pretrial services. Would you like to do that? Okay, so I am going to order that you be placed on pretrial release. The conditions are that you are not to have any contact with your girlfriend. Obviously, that means that because the two of you live together, you're going to have to find someplace else to stay for a while. I will allow you to go back one more time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve any belongings that you may have. I'm also going to order that you not possess any weapons or firearms. Sir, keep in mind that no contact order is in place until it's changed by a judge. Judge Shoemaker is pretty much the only one that can change that after I've done it. So even if you think your girlfriend wants to get back together with you, make sure that you don't talk to her or have any contact with her until that order changed, or you run the risk of getting a new law violation plus revoking the conditions of your bond. Do you have any questions about that? Okay, you're all set, sir. Thank you. Just the one-time return. You don't want the no return. But, I mean, yes, you need to maintain a separate residence, so you can't live with them anymore. But I gotta let you go back one time.
Maintain.
How about no return? No contact. Oh, I see what you're saying, because you. Yes, then I'll say maintain a separate residence, but don't return except for one-time return. Yes.
Okay, so
You have, just the way you have it. It's perfect. Yes, sorry, I'll be more clear next time. Okay, Francis Clark?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I just think this one's a little silly. So I do find that there's probable cause, but if there's anything that says that probable cause is pretty close, that's probably what that means. But I'm going to go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Let me ask you a question. I know the problem is without your uncle here, I have to issue a no contact order. Do you have someplace else that you can stay for a while?
Well, I'm working and I was in and out the hotel anyways. I only go there to help my grandma move things out of her house. We getting renovations. And I so happened to stay the night that night. So, yeah, I have somewhere to go to the hotel.
Do you need to go back there to get anything?
Yes, my children is still there.
Okay. So what I'll do is I'm going to release you on a straight ROR. I know, she doesn't, she wasn't interviewed, okay. Just based on the charges, I'm gonna release you on a straight ROR. Keep in mind, please make sure you go to court, because if you don't go to court under the administrative order, we have to issue the bond to $2,000 when you fail to appear. So just make sure you keep going to court. Don't have any contact with your uncle, but I will let you need to maintain a separate residence from him, but I'll allow you to go back one time so that you can get your belongings and your children, obviously, from him, okay? Or not from him, but from that location. Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set. Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you. Are you leaving me? Okay, good afternoon, ma'am. Are you Dacia Guilford?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And I am going to assume that this is Kenneth Guilford.
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, you're her father, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Can I get you to raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Correct.
Okay. So, Mr. Guilford, normally in these types of cases, I do issue a no contact order between the two parties just because of what happened. Are you here to tell me that you want me to keep that no contact order in place, or would you like to have contact with your daughter?
We'll have contact.
Okay. So, can she come back home and live with you?
Well, she can, but she's going over aunt back over mama's house. Yeah, she can, but she's going over mama's house.
Oh, okay. So Miss Guilford, you normally live with your mother?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, perfect. So here's what I'm gonna do. So I can give you a monetary bond, or I can have you released to pretrial services. That way you don't have to put up any money, but you do have to check in with pretrial services and maintain contact with them. Do you have a preference?
Your Honor, would you have any objection to a straight ROR in this case? The alleged victim seems to want contact and shouldn't have any problem with that. And she has zero criminal history. This appears to probably be her first arrest.
Yeah, I don't have any problem with that. Does the state?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay, so disregard. So ma'am, just keep in mind, I am gonna release you on a straight ROR. That means released on your own recognizance. Please make sure you come back to court though, because if you miss any court, by the administrative order, we have to up your bond to $2,000, which is more than I ever would have set it at. So just make sure you stay in contact with your attorney. They can actually appear on your behalf or a lot of things as long as you maintain contact with them. And then the only thing I'll include, obviously, is appoint the public defender, is no hostile contact. So no fighting, no arguing, anything like that, okay? Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Guilford, do you have any questions for me?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're very welcome. Good luck to both of you. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Are you James David Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, is your date of birth January 24th of 1976?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. So, sir, I have reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I am finding that there's probable cause. I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I just wanted to verify. Okay. So, Mr. Johnson, do you have, obviously, without your girlfriend being present, I have to issue a no contact order, which means you're not allowed to have any contact with her until another judge changes that order. Do you have some other place that you can stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, I'm also going to ask you, I can set your bond at a monetary bond, or I can also give you pretrial release. If we do pretrial release, that would allow you to at least be released through pretrial services so that you don't have to post a bond or try to get a surety bond with the bondsman. Would you rather do that?
I don't understand that quite.
So I can set your bond at $500. You can either post a bond by either giving the jail cash, or you can go to a bondsman and post a surety bond where you give them a certain percentage of money and then they post the rest of the money for you. Or I can give you pretrial release, which you don't have to put any money forward, but it does require you to maintain, you have to stay in touch with pretrial services while you're out on bond.
Okay.
Do you have a preference, or do you want me to do a or and let you pick later?
I need to be out fast. Is that gonna be fast? Is it I can get to work and everything?
Oh, yeah, let's do this. I'll set you, so I'm gonna find probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll set your bond at pretrial release. The conditions are that you're not to have any contact with your girlfriend. You need to maintain a separate residence from her. Do you have someplace? We talked about that. But I'll let you go back one time so that you can get some belongings, but you need to go back with law enforcement, and I don't want you to possess any weapons or firearms.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
No, when does this go into effect, like soon as,
Right now?
right now?
Yeah.
And how will I get out of jail? Just through the
Yes, so as soon as we're done here, pretrial services, probably in just a little while, will come and see you, and they'll walk you through the whole process and tell you what you need to do to get out. And then you'll also get some information to stay in contact with your attorney, and you just need to stay in contact with them.
Okay, so I'm looking at like 8 hours, 10 hours or something?
Oh, probably not even that long.
Okay, all right, thank you.
You're very welcome, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So there's Post-it notes on some of this stuff. Does that go with this? Okay, perfect. There's some more to go underneath. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Are you Mr. Johnson?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, were you born on December 9th of 1989?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, this was a warrant that was signed by Judge Jordan, so he's the one that actually found probable cause. I did also review the affidavit. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And then I'm going to go ahead and set your bond at $500. I am going to order that you have no contact with the alleged victim in this case. It's my understanding the two of you do not live together, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, you do, or yes, you don't?
Yes, ma'am, we don't stay together.
Okay, perfect. So that shouldn't be a problem for you. Just have no contact with her. And then I'm going to also order that you possess no weapons or firearms, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay, you're all set then. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Fabriel Ortero Rodriguez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good afternoon, sir. Is your date of birth March 16th of 1987?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Mr. Otero Rodriguez, I read through the charging affidavit. I do find that there is probable cause. My only question was, I couldn't tell from the charging affidavit, but I'm pretty sure you and your girlfriend do not live together, correct? Okay. So, here's what I'm gonna do. Let me just make sure I look at one thing. That's Mr. Nettles. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do, sir. I am gonna set your bond at $500. I am gonna order that you have no contact with your girlfriend at this time. Obviously, you're not to return to the scene where she lives, and I'm also gonna order that you not possess any weapons or firearms. Sir, do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Once you sign that, you're all set, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Are you Jerome, is it Ramkisoon?
MKsoon, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, is your date of birth May 28th of 1985?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And I am going to assume that in the box is Miss Delgado?
Yes.
And you are his wife, correct? Ma'am, can I get you to raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. So, ma'am, I'm sure you've heard me going through this quite a few times. Normally, I issue a no contact order. Are you here telling me that you would like to have contact with him, or you want me to keep that no contact order in place?
I do want to have contact. I want him to come home.
You want him to come home? Okay. So here's what I'm willing to do then. I don't show that he has any criminal history. Does the state have an objection to an ROR?
I have no objection, Your Honor.
Okay. So, sir, I'm going to find there's probable cause. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to release you on a straight ROR, meaning you're being released on your own recognizance. Please make sure you keep in contact with your attorney and make it to any court dates or have them waive your appearance. If you fail to appear under our administrative order, your bond goes up to $2,000 when you fail to appear, which is much higher than I would have set today. So don't do that. I am going to order that you have no hostile contact with your wife, meaning no fighting, no arguing. If she makes you mad, you just need to count to 10 and leave the room, okay? And then that'll be the only condition that you have, okay?
Thank you very much, Judge.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Good luck to you, ma'am.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I actually didn't want to press charges. Is that something that?
The problem is that the state of Florida is the one that presses the charges. You're the witness. Yes, I know you're also the victim, but you're considered the witness to them. They're going to reach out to you. You just need to stay in contact with them, but ultimately they're the ones that make the final charging decision.
Okay, I understand.
Okay, good luck to you. Thank you. Ismael Sanchez?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Sanchez, is your date of birth July 6th of 1985?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
Okay. Give me 1 second just to get paperwork. Okay. So, sir, I have reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I am finding that there's probable cause. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, obviously, without your girlfriend present here today, I have to issue a no contact order. That means you can't have any contact with her. Do you have someplace else that you can stay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So understand that that no contact order remains in effect unless you have it changed by another judge. So even if she tries to attempt to call you because she wants you to come back home or anything like that, you've got to remain no contact until you get with your attorney to change it in front of Judge Shoemaker. It's my understanding you do live in the same place, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. So you're going to need to maintain a separate residence from her. I will allow you to go back one time with law enforcement officers so that you can retrieve your belongings. You do qualify for pretrial release. Do you want me to do that instead of putting you with a monetary bond?
Does that mean I'll be released today, ma'am?
Yes.
Okay, yes, I'll go through that.
Okay, so I'm going to release you onto pretrial release. So you just need to maintain contact with pretrial services.
Okay,
They'll come by and check in with you and set up everything with you and tell you what you need to do.
thank you so much. That allows me to keep my job, ma'am.
Oh, you're very welcome, sir. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am, you have a blessed day.
Okay, you too. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Manuel Santiago?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Mr. Santiago, is your date of birth August 11th of 1995? Okay. So, here's the problem. Your brother's not here,
Yeah.
so I have to issue a no contact order. I got the distinct impression from reading through this that this was basically like my brothers used to fight. But the problem is that there's charges and there's not much I can do about it. So I have to issue a no contact order. Do you have someplace else that you can stay until you get it changed?
I stay, I don't stay with him.
You don't stay with him?
If I was gonna get a bond or something, he said he wanted, because I was talking to him after booking, if he was gonna bond me out or whatever the case might have been. But.
Okay. Well, try not to talk to him anymore because now the no contact order goes into effect, okay? Let's do this.
Can you hold?
So he does not qualify for PTR?
No, Your Honor.
So let me do this. I'll set your bond at $250. Okay? Actually, does the state have any objection to me releasing him on a ROR?
Judge, I'm reviewing now just to see if he has any criminal history. I don't see any.
Ma'am, can I say something?
I got the impression the only reason the police got involved was somebody else called the police.
Judge, I have no objection.
Okay. So, sir, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance. That means you don't have to put any money to get up. You can get out. It'll take you maybe an hour or so to process you, and they'll let you out. Just don't have any contact with your brother until you get with your attorney and they change it. Because if somebody, it sounds like you have some neighbors that like to get into your business, or somebody likes to get into your business. So if they call because you're hanging out with your brother, you'll go back to jail. I don't want that to happen, okay? Okay, so do you have any questions for me?
No.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're all set. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
My brothers would have gone to jail. Huh, I'm sorry. I can text Sarah, but she's probably gonna tell me I have no idea. Okay, let me get to here. Are you Dawn Marie Allen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Miss Allen, is your date of birth December 4th of 1978?
It is, Your Honor.
Okay. So, I don't honestly know how you got out on a trafficking charge with an ROR, but I gotta tell you, you really screwed it up by picking up these new charges. So,
I understand,
but you don't have to tell me anything. I just need you to understand you've become your own worst enemy in this sense, because I do find that there's probable cause on the charges. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'll go ahead and keep your bond set at $500. Actually, I'll reduce the bond on count 1 to $150. Count 2 we'll keep it $1,000. But ma'am, you're out on bond in case number 2021 CF 4310 AO. It looks like you got out on the 19th and picked this charge up 2 days later. I am going to revoke your ROR on that, and we'll make sure that it looks like Christopher Denandy is your attorney, and we'll make sure that he understands so that he can try to get you back into Judge Laurent and see if she'll give you a bond down the road.
Your Honor, our office is not on this case anymore. It's Gary
is that
Gary Schwartz.
I'm sorry?
Gary Schwartz is the attorney of record.
Gary Schwartz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your Honor, I just want to ask, there's no way you could try to give me a feasible bond on the other case because I'm 4 months pregnant and high risk and I have some appointments that I need to get to.
No, ma'am, I think
my family couldn't afford the bond.
I think the problem is you should have thought about that before you went and picked up new law violations. What I will do for you, though, is I'll call Mr. Schwartz, because have you been able to talk to him while you've been in jail?
I have.
Okay.
Whenever I tried to call before, it said the number was not, that I couldn't call that number.
Well, I'm going to call Mr. Schwartz, and I'll tell him that, that you got picked up and that obviously I revoked your bond, and let him know. My guess is he'll come out and see you or try to get you on Judge Laurent's docket as soon as possible, okay? Okay. Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you. Hold on. I got all these little notes. Starting to get them all wrong. Okay, are you Sherman Lee Brown?
Yes, ma'am.
And sir, were you born on October 21st of 1984?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. 1 second, Sherman Lee Brown. Okay, so Mr. Brown, I have reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I do find that there's probable cause. We'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I will keep your bond at $1,000, and that's it. You're free to go, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. George Lewis Bush? You refuse?
Defense aware of his appearance.
Okay. I will go ahead and find probable cause, appoint the public defender's office to represent him. I'll keep his bond set at $2,500. How about Isaac Maldonado? Is it Cabret?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One. Sir, is your date of birth April 26th of 1947?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Cabret, don't say anything to me, okay? I just want to tell you something. You have to be careful. You are out on bond. If you pick up new criminal charges, I can revoke the bond that you are out on and put you back in jail with no bond whatsoever.
Yes, ma'am.
This is a really silly thing for you to get picked up on, because even though it's a felony, the state's going to drop it down to a misdemeanor, but it still has enough to trigger you to stay in jail. Don't make me do that, okay? So I will find probable cause. I'm going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'll lower the bond down to $500, and I'll take no action on the case that you're currently out on bond, okay? Don't do it again, though, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Chris Castillo, is it Condi?
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. afternoon, sir. Is your date of birth June 29th of 1996?
Yes, ma'am.
That is a very cool birth date. That's my birth date as well.
Oh,
Okay, so let me see. You are here. What is IMS? Inmate. What is NIMS? They put them together?
Yeah, I think that's their system.
Okay. Oh, yes, I see it. It's, so under pretrial services, it's Castillo Conde altogether. Okay. Okay, so sir, I did review the charging affidavit in this case. I don't have to find probable cause because Judge Jordan already did, and he already set your bond at $3,500 on count 1, $250 on count 2. If I didn't say, I am appointing the public defender's office to represent you, and you're all set, okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Are you Andrew Gibson?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Gibson, hold on. You were born May 6th of 1998, correct? Okay. Has his APHIS hold come back or still?
Yes, Your Honor, his APHIS is clear.
Okay. Okay, so Mr. Gibson, here's what I'm willing to do. I am finding there's probable cause. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'll keep the bond set at $2,500. Please don't get in any more trouble. I can revoke your bond on the Dwellis and keep you locked up with no bond. I don't want to do that just on a driving charge. I'm not going to take any action, but keep in mind, you cannot get picked up on any more charges, okay? So your bond will be, like I said, it'll remain at $2,500. The public defender's office is appointed, and I'll take no action on the case that you're out on bond on. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Tajay Guy,
Yes.
and Mr. Guy, is your, hold on here, is your date of birth December 14th of 1997?
Yes.
Okay.
Your Honor, would the court have any objection to a mental health pretrial release? He has several cases with our office, and they're all in competency statuses.
Yeah, give me 1 second to just look at this. They look like they're all misdemeanors, correct? Yeah. So, it's Miss, is it Felica?
Felica, yes, Judge.
Okay. Do you, or actually, does pretrial release know? It looks like, is he out on, is it pending, or even Mr. Thompson, does anybody know, are they pending a finding of competency, or is he out on conditional release because competency's been already?
I'll check, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Judge, I believe it looks like in 20 MM 8734 on March 25th, there was an order adjudging the defendant incompetent.
And what are the conditions of the release? Did,
It is loading.
it's Judge Johnson. I would assume he wrote a lot of stuff, but maybe not. So she printed it for me. It looks like, this is the one from Judge Eval and Jewett. Not possess any weapons or firearms. Stained. Okay. Mr. Guy,
Yes.
who lives at 624 Lexington Avenue? Does your family?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, but you've not been able to live there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, yeah.
Do you have any place that you can live?
No,
Not really?
not really. Until I get my income.
Yeah. He doesn't qualify for pretrial release?
No, Your Honor. You can, try to get him screened for mental health PCR.
My guess is he's not going to qualify. Actually, he might. Okay. Here, I'll do this. Mr. Guy, I'm going to go ahead. So Judge Jordan set the bond. What did he set it at? 30? No. He set it at $3,500. I'll reduce it to either $500 or mental health pretrial release.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to revoke his bond on the other cases, but we'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you on this case. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Way. Amy James? Refuse.
Defense waive his appearance, Your Honor.
Okay. It's actually just a warrant for a failure to appear at a status hearing at a Division 11. The bond was set at none. I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office if they weren't previously appointed. Thomas Jordan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Jordan, is your date of birth October 5th of 1996?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
So, Mr. Jordan, I have a couple of things here. Okay. So I have, I hate when they do that. They split them all up. So I have a grand theft, a possession of methamphetamines, disturbing school functions, and trespassing on school grounds. I am finding that there's probable cause. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I will do this. On the possession of methamphetamines, we'll keep the bond set at $1,000. On the grand theft, I'll reduce that to $150. Disturbing school function, I'll set at $100 and keep $100 on the trespass on school grounds or property. Mr. Jordan, I have more of a concern with the fact that you just got released on a trafficking charge on May 18th of this year on an ROR and turned around and picked up all these charges. So I am going to revoke your bond in case number 2021 CF 4311AO. It's actually a revocation of an ROR. Your bond will be set at none. This is in Division 16 with Benjamin Flagger.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll let him know that I did revoke your bond, and then he'll try to get you in front of the judge as soon as possible. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Tyrell Levy?
Yes, Levy.
Okay.
Yes, I had came to court yesterday.
Okay, so this looks like a warrant that was already signed.
Yes, in Seminole County.
This one's Orange County, actually. I don't know whose signature that is. It's, oh, Judge Madrigal. So he found probable cause on the charges. He set your bond at $2,500 on count 1, $1,000 on count 2, $1,000 on count 3, and $500 on count 4. That's for a total of $5,000. And I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, miss, my question is, okay, yesterday I had a warrant in Seminole County. That's why I got picked up.
Okay.
Okay, and I was already out on bond on that case. But I'm trying to figure out why, if they told me yesterday that my bond wasn't going to be revoked or nothing, I'm trying to find out why would my bail's bondsman come up off my bond and knowing that it's going to hold me in here and prevent me from going to Seminole County.
I have no idea why the bondsmen do what they do. Maybe he thought it wasn't a good idea to, I have no idea, sir. I don't know. I'm sorry.
All right, miss. Thank you. Have a
Okay,
nice day.
good luck to you. Hector Lopez? He bonded? Okay. How about Tony, is it Panky?
It's Tory Panky, ma'am.
Say that one more time?
Spelled my name wrong. It's Tory, T-O-R-Y.
Oh, T-O-R-Y. Ah, the officer wrote it wrong. Okay. And were you born August 4th of 1985?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ugh. Okay, Mr. Pinky, I am finding that there's probable cause on this charge. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'll keep the bond at $1,000 on count 1 and $150 on count 2. My bigger concern is that you're already out on drug charges in 2 different cases. So I am going to revoke your bond in case number 2021 CF 4993AO and 2021 CF 4380. We'll make sure that Ms. Greer and Ms. Gary are aware that I revoked your bond and hopefully can get you back in front of those judges. Okay? Good luck to you, sir.
Can't reduce them or nothing?
Your Honor, could you reconsider not revoking the out on bond charges, for the simple fact that they're minor, they're non-violent drug charges, Your Honor. And I would ask that in lieu of not revoking the out on bond charges, that you double the bonds on the new law violations.
Does the state have any objection? I'm surprised he's not out on ROR. He's actually out on surety bonds.
Judge, if I could just have a moment to review his file.
Sure, absolutely. It's probably because I said I have to order no contact unless, so they just make them sign it.
Your Honor, it does look like in case 214993, which he was just released earlier this month, the amount that he had on him was 0.92 grams of cocaine and 5.11 grams of cannabis. So we defer to the court as to their discretion.
Mr. Pinky, here's what I'm willing to do. The gentleman that was before you, where he asked me why did the bondsman come off the bond, you'll be in that situation next time because no bondsman's going to keep taking that risk. Because if you keep going out and getting caught with drugs, you're going to keep getting arrested. Somebody's eventually going to no bond you and you're going to get stuck. Or your bondsman's going to come off your bonds because he's like, you're a huge risk for them. So I will agree with Mr. Thompson. I will not revoke your bond on the 2 prior felonies, but I am going to double your bond on the possession of methamphetamine to $2,000 and possession of cocaine will be $300. Public defender is appointed. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Roy, is it Preston?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Preston, is your date of birth August 22nd of 1974?
Yes.
Mr. Preston, you're in a similar situation. Here's what I'm willing to do. I will go ahead and I am finding probable cause on the possession of cocaine. We'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm not going to revoke your bond on the CF case that you're out on bond on, but I am going to double your bond on this case to $2,000. Sir, please don't pick up any more law violations or you are going to get stuck in jail with no bond.
The last case that I had was similar to this case. It's medicine.
Well, don't tell me about the facts. I'm just saying you got to be careful, okay?
This is the second time I'm being charged with cocaine for something that's not cocaine, and I'm paying money for it.
Talk to your attorney and see if you guys can figure out what's going on, because you got to stop getting arrested if that's the case, okay?
Yeah, it's going to the lab, and then they throwing it out, and then I'm still stuck with paying these bonds and stuff.
Okay.
And they took my phone, miss, and they took my my cell phone and my money.
Okay.
I don't have no family in Florida. I'm up here by myself.
Well, does Mr. Jones know that you got arrested?
I don't think so.
Okay. Does Ben Jones work at the PD's office, or is he private?
No, he's a private attorney.
He's private. That's what I thought. I'll try to contact Mr. Jones and let him know, okay?
Okay.
And hopefully he can try to get in touch with you. But if you can get out, get in touch with him as soon as you can, okay?
I will.
Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Marquis Reed?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Reed, is your date of birth January 31st of 1992?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, sir, I have reviewed the charging affidavit in this case. I do find that there's probable cause we'll go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll keep the bond set at $2,500 on the possession of amphetamines and $100 on the criminal mischief. I'll go ahead and reduce the bond on the failure to ID to $100. Okay, you're all set, sir. Good luck to you. Angel Rios?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. These are all stuck together.
You can talk when you finish. When you finish. When you finish.
Okay. Mr. Rios, I just want to verify your date of birth is May 12th of 1980, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, Mr. Rios, I will go ahead and find probable cause on these charges. We'll go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'll keep the bond set at $1,000 on the petty theft with 2 prior theft convictions. I'll lower the bond to $150 on the possession of alprazolam. I have more of an issue with the fact that you just got out on bond on the 19th of May, so 3 days ago, for the exact same thing of a petty theft.
It's not like that, ma'am. They put whatever they want in there, and that porcelain belonged to my wife.
Okay, don't tell me about the facts or anything like that, sir. Let me do this.
Ma'am.
I take it. I'm sorry, I'm going to change everything. So on the possession of alprazolam, I'm actually change that. I'm going to make it $2,000, and the petty theft, 2 prior convictions, $2,000, but I won't revoke your bond. Sir, you cannot go out and get picked up for any more law violations, or you're going to end up stuck in jail and not be able to get out, okay? So you're all set. Good luck to you.
Your Honor, for this next case, I couldn't find a PC document.
Yeah, I was just looking at that. Is this Jacarius Simpson?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Simpson, your date of birth is October 15th of 2002?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like we got the warrant part that Judge Jordan signed. I mean, technically, if I read the charges, he wouldn't be entitled to bond anyway. I can try to reset it and see if we can get the affidavit tomorrow just to make sure.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'll speak to him for a quick.
So this one's an arrest warrant, but there's no affidavit. It says warrants do not have the affidavit to support it. So, yeah, can we just roll it to tomorrow and see if we can find it? But I mean, he's in on a no bond. I'm not inclined to change it, but he's trying to tell me that maybe that the affidavit allows me to change the bond. No, just say the court's trying to obtain.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, Mr. Simpson, I'll see you tomorrow. You may or may not be entitled to a bond, but right now you're still on a no bond. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. You just say the court wants 24 hours to get the affidavit? Okay, ma'am, are you April Smith?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you born June 15th of 1983?
Yes.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so I have a couple of things going on here. Judge Madrigal signed a warrant for sale and delivery of fentanyl. It has a $10,000 bond. He found probable cause. Then there is also another warrant that was signed for sale and delivery of heroin with a $15,000 bond.
I don't know nothing about this.
Then there was hold on. A third warrant signed by Judge Tynan for sale and delivery of fentanyl with a $7,500 bond. And then lastly, there is a warrant out of Polk County, I believe. This is for violation of probation for possession of MDMA. Your bond has been set at none. I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office on the new law violations. And then Polk County will probably come and pick you up within the next 72 hours. Okay? Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you. Are you Winston Spence?
My name is Lazaro Vela.
You don't have Spence on the docket? Okay. An add-on?
Do you have a booking number for me?
Okay.
He bonded, Your Honor.
Bonded, okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Lazaro Vela? Okay. And Mr. Vela, were you born August 14th of 1994? Okay. So, Mr. Vela, I am finding that there's probable cause on these charges. Mr. Thompson, in a perfect world, would you rather me leave his count one at no bond or revoke his petty theft? I know neither, but
Your Honor, aggravated assault with intent to commit a felony or weapon, I don't have that as a PBL.
it's not. But that's what I was just saying.
I would, you know what, it seems like you might be stuck between a rock and a hard place on this one, so,
How about I'll do this?
it may be better for you to revoke the out on bond charge, just so at least you'll start getting game time towards it.
Okay. So, Mr. Vela, what I'll do is I am finding probable cause on the new charges. I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'll set your bond at $5,000 on count one. $150 is on count two. 3, 4, and count 5 is $100. I am going to revoke your bond in case number 2021 CF 4432AO, but we'll make sure we let Ms. Pena know that I revoked your bond so that she can try to get up with you and figure out what's going on that case. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Keith, is it Whitmore?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And hold on, let me just get to there. Sir, is your date of birth March 21st of 1968?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
May I speak?
So, sir, I am going to go ahead and find that there's probable cause on these charges. Here's what I will do. On the new law violations, I will set your bond at, why they split these up like that? I'm going to do $2,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2. On the misdemeanor possession of drug paraphernalia, I will reduce the bond to $100. On the driving while license suspended or revoked, I'll reduce that to $100. I'll go ahead and appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Sir, I'm not going to revoke your bond, but if you get picked up on more charges, you run the risk of being held without any bond at all. So please make sure that you stay out of trouble. Okay, sir? Good luck to you. I'll take no action on the other case. You're out of order. Oh, sorry. There you go. At least it signed them. Okay, thank you. Where'd they go? Yeah, no. I wish. Okay, is it Keith Costin?
That's the way of appearance.
Okay, I will go ahead. This is actually a failure to appear for a pretrial conference. So he's got a bond of $2,000. We'll appoint the public defender's office if they weren't previously appointed. And then we can keep going. Tracy Haynes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Haynes, is your date of birth April 26th of 1965?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sorry, let me. So, sir, this is a failure to appear out of he failed to appear for an arraignment. Okay. So it's soliciting without a permit.
Your Honor.
Do you want to see if we can try to resolve this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because then it looks like that's a Division 80 case, and then there's a new law violation of soliciting without a permit. So how many days do you know? On the FTA.
Are we on non-pleables?
So 2 and then add what he has for this? Or, Oh, okay. Okay. So he's got 2 days on both. Is the state okay with time served?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you want to, I can resolve both of them with time served on both cases.
It's fine with me, Your Honor.
Okay. Did they get sworn in? No, they don't. Can you raise your right hand for me? Your other right hand. That's okay. Do you swear or affirm that you'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do we have plea forms for him? Do you have plea forms for him? I'm sorry. I'm causing all sorts of problems here. I'm going to tear out the certificate of insolvency because he doesn't need that. Sorry. Can I see one of them? I guess. If you guys were doing verbal pleas, I'm okay with that. Oh, you did? We're the only county in the state of Florida that does plea forms for misdemeanors. Today, we're not going to do plea forms because I'm going to be all crazy, okay?
Okay.
So, Mr. Haynes, let me ask you a question. Would you like to plead guilty or no contest to these charges?
No contest.
Okay. And has anybody forced you or threatened you to enter a plea today?
No, ma'am.
And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering a plea today could subject you to deportation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. If I adjudicate him guilty, does he need fingerprints? Okay. So, sir, I'm going to adjudicate you guilty as to both cases. I will sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you've served previously. I do have to impose court costs, but what I will do, sir, is give you a year to pay those court costs back. If you can't pay it off in a year, they may suspend your driver's license. If that's an issue for you, you can always let me know and we'll give you some more time. Otherwise, you're free to go. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, Timothy Christian Orange. Bonded? Excellent. How about Jimmy Ray Williams?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Williams, is your date of birth January 21st of 1952?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is an arrest warrant that was signed by Judge Jordan. Petty theft with 2 prior convictions is a felony. Why is this listed as a misdemeanor? Right? But it's an arrest warrant, so I can't do anything with it. So, Mr. Williams, I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I will keep your bond set at $1,000 and $100, and we'll see if we can try to. This is kind of a wonky charge, but we'll see if we can get your attorney to look into it. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. No, I kept it. I said 1,000 and 100. It's 2 counts. Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll keep it at 150. Sorry. I apologize. I'm starting to get slap happy. Okay. Mr. Christian?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And sir, I just want to verify your date of birth is January 10th of 1971. Is that correct? So, sir, it looks like you're here on driving while your license is suspended or revoked and providing false identification to law enforcement officers. Um, Mr. Christian, do you know what you need to do to get your driver's license?
Yes, ma'am. I got to pay the car taxes in South Carolina. I've sent the money up. I'm waiting on a letter back to get them.
Okay. Because if you get your driver's license, the state will drop that Dwellis charge. Okay, so keep work. I know you can't make South Carolina go any faster, but try to get your license back, or when you show up for your arraignment,
Yes, ma'am.
try to let the judge know how much more time you're going to need. What I'll do, sir, is you just got to be careful because you're out on bond for this possession charge. Since they're not really related, I won't revoke your bond, but please don't get in any more trouble, okay? I'll keep the bond set at $500 on the driving while license suspended or revoked, and I'll drop the bond down to $100 on the providing false identification to law enforcement. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you? No? Okay, then I will not do that then. Okay, sir, you are all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Alfonso Emmanuel.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Emmanuel, is your date of birth August 17th of 2002?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you ever you've never had a driver's license?
No.
Do you want one?
No.
Do you know how to get one?
I gotta pay my court fees.
You got to pay all the court fees? How much, do you know how much? Is it a lot?
Probably.
Probably. Okay. Let me see. No, he doesn't. So if I don't have it, David, that means you couldn't find one with his name in it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, hopefully that's a good sign. Well, sir, if you come back with a valid driver's license, the state's usually pretty good about reducing the charges to either like a civil infraction or actually dismissing all of the charges. So at some point, you may want to talk to the clerk of courts about, actually, you probably just want to call the DMV and find out how you need to get your driver's license. Let me ask you this first, though. Did you want the public defender's office to represent you?
No, ma'am.
No? Okay, because you don't qualify, so I'd rather just not worry about that. So I'm going to tear this up. So I will go ahead, sir, and I'll keep the bond set at $500. Actually, I'll set the bond down to $250. And just don't drive without a valid driver's license, okay?
Your Honor, does the court have any objection to an ROR?
Hold on.
I have a David. It wasn't.
Oh, you do have a David? I didn't see one on him. Thank you. I can't give him an ROR. He's got some pretty long criminal history.
Okay.
But Mr. Emmanuel, I do have good news for you. I don't show anything that should be holding up your driver's license, like tickets or anything. So hopefully, all you need to do is go and take the drug and alcohol class, and then go and take the test. You got to do the written part and the driving part, though.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? But I'll drop the bond down to 250, and hopefully you can get out and work on that, okay? Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Otiki? Oh, thank goodness. Yeah.
And I got out January the 14th, and they put me off, put another criminal history on me on my. So I have to stay in jail.
Well,
Mr. Thompson, on the next case I had was Otiki. They say he's medical. Do you want to waive his appearance?
Your Honor,
Or no?
quick question. Would the court be inclined to release ROR? Because it appears that even though it's a DUI and resisting without violence, this appeared to be the first arrest. I mean, zero criminal history in our state.
Yeah, I don't show. Yeah, they verified everything. Does the state have any objection?
Your Honor, the state's only concern is the severity of the DUI. It looks like her blood alcohol was 0.162, 0.164 when she did give a breath sample.
She's 5'8", 175, and she's 19. Come on, 19? Most 19-year-olds probably blow that on a. Sorry, they go to college.
Judge, we defer to the court. I have no objection.
Okay, thank you. She shouldn't be drinking. We all know that, but we also know that there's people that are not. Hopefully, she's horrified by her behavior and will learn lots from this. So I will go ahead and appoint the public defender's office and ROR her on both cases. And he's waiving, yes. Okay, next I have Sheena Fisher. Okay, Ms. Fisher, is your date of birth September 1st of 1982?
Yes, ma'am.
So, ma'am, I'm showing that you're here on a criminal mischief charge. Was this something you wanted to see if you could try to resolve today?
Yes, because he just dropped the charges December the 27th. I got out January the 14th for the same window. I don't understand why the police put.
Well, don't tell me anything else. Hold on one second.
I'm in here for nothing. Like, I didn't do it. It's my residence. Like, I didn't do nothing to, that window been like that ever since like 5 years.
Ms. Fisher, let's not talk anymore, because if you keep telling me you didn't do it, I'm not going to take a plea.
I apologize.
And the only reason I'm not going to take a plea is because I don't want to take a plea for something that you didn't do.
I apologize.
That's okay, but do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes.
Would the state have an offer if she wanted to resolve it?
Judge, my concern with the resolution is that there wouldn't be a restitution order to be entered. I see that the damage is approximately $500, is what they're estimating.
My other concern is all her other charges have been based on competence. The most recent was June 12th of 2020. So, Ms. Fisher, let me ask you a question. You're saying, where, the place where they arrested you, you said that's where you live?
625 Indiana Street, but I wasn't there.
Oh, no, you weren't there.
He
Okay.
told me he was gonna call the police, tell the police I bust the window. That window been like that for 4 or 5 years.
Okay, don't tell me about the window. I just want to know where you live. Where do you live?
I live at 4645 Olivia Street.
Okay.
Keep putting me in.
Can I release her and see if or will she not qualify with that history? She's not going to qualify.
25 FTA.
Yeah. Ms. Fisher, let me ask you a question. Do you have a phone?
Yes, Mama.
Do you have to put money on it to get minutes and stuff?
No.
No? Can you get text messages on it?
Yes.
Okay. So the clerk system has this thing where if you put it in your phone, it'll tell you when you have court.
Okay.
You think that would help you come to court?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
I go to all my court dates.
Okay. Here's what I'll do. I'll go ahead and I'll appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to release you on an ROR. See if maybe one of the COs can help you put in the information before you leave, or maybe somebody at the front desk, so that you can make sure you show up to court.
No.
And talk to your attorney if you can, okay?
No.
Okay. Good luck to you. Devontae Gladden? Is that you, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Mr. Gladden, is your date of birth August 14th of 1993?
92.
90 what?
92.
92? Okay. And, sir, you're here on a trespass charge. Do you want to see if you can try to resolve it today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Would the state have an offer, or do you want me to? I don't know if you want to make the offers or if you want me to make them.
Either one's fine. Judge, we'd offer 2 days. I believe he has 2 days credit.
Yeah. So, Mr. Gladden, we could do time served since you have 2 days from yesterday and today, and then that would resolve it. Would you like to do that? Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And, sir, would you like to enter a plea of guilty or no contest to this charge?
Guilty.
Sir, has anybody forced you or threatened you to enter a plea today? And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of a plea today may subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I'll go ahead and accept your plea. I'm going to withhold adjudication. I'll sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you previously served. There are going to be some court costs. I'll go ahead and give you a year to pay those court costs back. If you don't pay them off in a year, they can suspend your driving privilege. If that's going to be an issue for you, you can always write to the court and we'll extend that time out for you. Do you have any questions for me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set, sir. Hopefully they'll release you in just a little bit. Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Clavert Jean?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Mr. Jean, is your date of birth June 18th of 1985?
Yes.
Okay. So, sir, you are here on 2 counts. One is a petty theft, one is a resisting without violence. My concern is on the petty theft of trying to plead this out is because sometimes the state upgrades it. I don't know, do you feel comfortable making an offer, or would you rather me just give him a bond?
Judge, I have no objection to a resolution.
Okay. So, sir, I'm showing that you have 2 days' time served. I would adjudicate you guilty, though. That means that it could be used against you in the future. Are you comfortable resolving the case today, or would you like to just try to get out of jail and look into it later?
Let's resolve the case today.
Resolve it soon?
Resolve it today.
Resolve it today. Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you'll tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Jean, as to these charges, did you wish to enter pleas of guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Okay. And has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter your plea here today? And sir, do you understand that if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of a plea today may subject you to deportation? Okay. Sir, I will go ahead and accept your plea. I do find it's given freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty as to both counts 1 and 2, sentencing you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you previously served. You will be released from these charges. There are court costs assessed. The court costs will be due in a year, but I'll go ahead and give you a full year to pay. I'll give you that full year to pay it back. If you aren't able to pay it back in a year, they can suspend your driving privilege. So just write to me before that year runs out if you think you need any more time. Okay, sir, you're all set. Thank you.
I don't have any time to serve?
Yep, you're done. McCarthy Joseph? Bonded? Okay, excellent. Oh, sorry. Shelby Lennon?
Yes.
Okay. Miss Lennon, is your date of birth January 9th of 1997?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Miss Lennon, I'm showing that you're here on an assault charge and a resisting charge. Was that something that you wanted to try to resolve today, or did you just want to bond out and deal with it later?
Bond out.
Bond out? Okay. Miss Lennon, you need to be very careful. You're out on bond, which means I can revoke that bond and hold you on no bond. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I will go ahead and find that there's probable cause on these charges. I will appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I am going to set your bond at $1,000 on count 1, $200 on count 2, but I will take no action on the case that you're out on bond. Please do not get picked up on any more charges until you resolve the charges that you're out on bond for, okay?
Thank you.
Good luck to you, ma'am. Thank you. Okay, Derek McKay? Bonded. Mac Lee Owens? That's you? Mr. Owens, is your date of birth June 17th of 1987? Okay. This is another petty theft. Are you okay with the offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Owens, is this a case that you would like to try to resolve today, or would you like to try to bond out and then just deal with the charges later?
What are y'all offering?
Say that one more time.
What are y'all offering?
Oh, what are we offering? Sorry. The masks, I hate them. Let's see here.
Judge State would be comfortable offering 2 days with his credit for 2 days served.
Okay. And then,
I can do that.
So it would be an adjudication. So it is a charge that, because it's an enhanceable offense, it's one that could be used against you in the future, but it would resolve the case today with the time served. Do you want to do that, or would you like to just try to bond out?
No, we can resolve it today.
Okay. Sir, can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, would you like to enter a plea of guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Has anybody forced you or threatened you to enter a plea today? And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entry of this plea may subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, I will go ahead and accept your plea. I do find that it's given freely and voluntarily. I will adjudicate you guilty. I'll sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you've previously served. We'll release you from this charge. There are going to be court costs that are assessed. Those court costs, I'll give you a year to pay back. Keep in mind, if you don't pay it back in the next year, they can suspend your driving privilege. So if that's something that you're concerned about, if you write to me before that year runs out, we can always extend that time out for you. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, sir, you are all set. Thank you. Good luck to you. David Wright. Okay, this should go faster now. Cedric Mullenix? Did I say it right? Okay, and were you born October 6th of 1989? Okay, so sir, these look like it's a warrant out of Brevard County, and just trying to make sure. Yeah, they're all the same. Okay, so it looks like count 1 has a bond of $35,000, count 2 is $15,000, and count 3 is $1,000. So, sir, you can either post the bond, or Brevard County will probably come and pick you up within the next 72 hours. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Hector Javier Quinones. Hi, good afternoon, sir. Is your date of birth February 9th of 1968?
Yes.
Sir, you're here on a warrant out of Polk County. The bond is set at $1,000. Sir, you can either post the $1,000 bond, or Polk County should come and pick you up within the next 72 hours.
I need to ask you a question. I was done with that case. I don't know why they have a hold on me or a bond. I was done with that. My Miss Rasick was my probation officer. She went to court with me on everything. When I went to court, they said I was done with everything. I didn't have no probation, no more hours to go through, more hours.
I don't know. The problem is, sir, all I get is the teletype that just shows that you have the bond.
Yes, ma'am. And I start a job this Monday, and I don't have the money right now, but I mean, $100 to pay that is nothing for me when I go back to work. But seeing
Right.
here, I'm able to do nothing.
I know, and I'm terribly sorry. I just don't know what to tell you. Is there somebody that you can reach out, maybe your probation officer?
Excuse me?
Your probation officer that you were talking about, can you reach out to her?
I no longer have them in my phone number because I was done with my probation. And Miss Rasick, I got in contact with her multiple times and several times, and she never responded back to me. I left messages, and I've also texted her. And so with Mr. Bowman was my private defender, and I did the same thing, and never got no response from them either. So I was like I'm just going further back, and I just got this job to start this Monday.
Right.
And when I got arrested last night, I don't know what my charges was, because all I got was one piece of paper. This here.
So it looks like, because all I have is it's a failure to appear for a trespass of an occupied structure. And it just gives the bond. It doesn't even tell me who the judge is that issued it. So I really don't know.
And I got all that dismissed and taken care of.
It does say if subject cannot post bond, we will pick up.
And Ms.
That doesn't-
Ray said was my public defender. She said I was done with everything.
So I'm really sorry. I don't know what to tell you to do. I would maybe try to see if somebody in corrections can give you a phone book and see if you can try to contact somebody. I don't know what to tell you to do. I apologize. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Marquise Worlds. Mr. Worlds, is your date of birth June 29th of 1990?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, you are here on some warrants out of, holy cow, Polk County. It looks like there's 70 counts of fraud.
Yeah, I have a VLP.
Okay, the bond says it's set at none on all of those counts. So what will happen is Polk County will come and pick you up within the next 72 hours.
And if they don't in 72 hours, what's the process then?
Then you'll be brought back before the IA judge and they'll do it. But lately they've been really good about picking up. It's not like before. Yeah, it's not like before.
All right,
Okay?
thank you.
Good luck. Oh, yeah, there's 2 cases. So there was 70 counts on one and, just 2 counts on the other. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, so just so you know, I don't know that it matters since the other case has no bond. There is another case that has $1,000 bond on count 1 and a $500 bond on count 2.
Okay.
You may want to start working on that just so that when you get to Polk, you can at least get out on those.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck to you, sir. Thank you. Okay. Malik Gaither?
Yes, ma'am.
And Mr. Gaither, your date of birth, May 15th of 1993?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, this is a violation of community control. I will go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and your bond is set at none. Okay? Good luck to you, sir. Thank you.
Judge, he has reporting requirements.
Oh, so he just needs to report?
This address, yes.
Okay, you just need to report your address, okay? Okay, thank you, sir. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. Okay. Griffin refused. He's a VOP. Mr. Thompson, you want me to appoint and you waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent him. It looks like, that's very odd. Oh, I see. He picked up a charge of possession of drug paraphernalia. I will go ahead and find there's probable cause. We'll keep the bond set at 500. Looks like he's currently on active felony probation in 2020 CF 373AO. I'm going to set his bond at none. Okay. Okay. Christopher
Buono.
Bono?
Buono, yeah.
Bono? Okay.
Yep.
And sir, is your date of birth November 6th of 1959?
Yes, ma'am.
So, sir, you are here on a city violation of state misdemeanors. Is this something you wanted to try to resolve today or just bond out and deal with it later?
I would like to resolve it. I can't bond out because I don't have any cash.
Okay. I would just do time served if you're interested in that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you will tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
And sir, as to this charge, did you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest?
No contest.
Okay. And has anyone forced you or threatened you to enter a plea here today?
No.
Sir, do you understand that if you are not a U.S. citizen, that could subject you to deportation?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Sir, I will go ahead and accept your plea. I will withhold adjudication. I'll sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for the 2 days that you previously served. I'll assess court costs. I'll give you a year to pay the court costs back. If you don't pay it off in a year, they can suspend your driving privilege. If you need some extra time, just write to us before that year runs out, and we can always give you some extra time.
Okay.
Okay, sir, you're all set. You're free to go. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oscar De Leon.
Hello.
Hi, Mr. De Leon. Is your date of birth July 29th of 2002?
Correct.
Sir, you are also here on 2 city ordinances. Did you want to try to resolve this case today, or did you want to just get out and deal with it later?
Your Honor, I would like to note for the court that he's only 18 years old and he has 0 criminal history. And he has a private attorney on his Allen bond, so
I do.
I would advise against him entering a plea today. But Your Honor, because he is only 18 years old and has no criminal history, I would ask the court to entertain possibly releasing ROR as to the new law violations as they are
Directly related?
violent in nature. Excuse me?
They're directly related?
Oh, you mean on the same case?
No, I'm just saying one's a DUI and the other one is for him drinking alcohol.
Yes. Your Honor.
So, Mr. De Leon, obviously, Mr. Thompson is not your attorney. He's just trying to give you some friendly advice. I will tell you that, lucky for you, this new law violation is going to Judge Bigney along with your DUI that's already in front of Judge Bigney. She does have young kids. I don't know that I would want her to sentence me on those, but that's just me. But Mr. Fetter, I can certainly let him know that you picked up these new charges, and we can try to let you out. Or did you? Because my suggestion was to resolve it today. He's saying not to.
No, I would.
You want to wait?
I would rather wait, please, because
Okay.
I was trying to get that. I mean, maybe if I can get them all expunged or somehow or something, I would very.
Yeah, I don't know that that's going to happen at this point, but we'll see. Mr. Fetter's an excellent attorney. Maybe he can work some magic for you. So, Mr. De Leon, let me ask you a question. Do you go to school?
Yes.
Where do you go to school?
University of Central Florida.
Okay. Are you done with school for the semester?
I'm still currently enrolled in summer classes.
Okay. But you're not in the middle of finals or anything like that?
No, I
You
finished.
just started the summer? Yeah. Okay.
May I give some backstory as to why?
No. Don't tell me. I really appreciate you wanting to tell me, but it's not good to, because everything you're telling me here can be used against you. So, Mr. De Leon, let me explain something to you. One of the conditions of your release when you get arrested on something is you're not supposed to go and get new law violations. If you do, I can actually revoke your bond on the DUI and hold you with no bond at all so that you can't get out. And the only way you could get out is Mr. Fetter would have to get you in front of Judge Bigney to try to get you out. That's why Mr. Thompson was trying to argue for a little bit different to get you out. Obviously, you realize you're 18. You're not really supposed to be, I know it's silly, but you're not supposed to be drinking alcohol to begin with. My concern is that the charges are related, but here's what I'm willing to do. I'm not going to let him out on an ROR or a PTR, but I will go ahead. I'll take count 1 I'm going to up it to $500. I'll keep count 2 at $100, and then I'll take no action on the DUI. But Mr. De Leon, do not get any more trouble until you resolve these cases, okay?
I have a question.
Yeah.
So how would I go about bonding out if I don't have enough?
Probably need to call somebody, maybe call Mr. Fetter, or,
I have his phone number memorized, like ingrained into my brain.
do they not have phone book? I thought they had phone books downstairs. No? Oh. I'll call Mr. Fetter for you, okay? I'll tell him that you're here and see if he can either contact somebody, because do you have family in Miami? You probably don't want them to know, but they're probably gonna find out.
Okay, if they know, but I just want to be like released as soon as possible, so.
Well, just keep in mind, I did give you a bond. You could be sitting here with no bond at all, but I'll call Mr. Fetter, as soon as we get done and let him know that you're here, okay? Okay. Good luck to you, sir. Thank you. De Leon, right? Last but not least, are you Eric Faust?
Yes.
And sir, were you born on September 8th of 1962?
Yes.
Sir, you're here on a city ordinance violation. Did you want to just try to resolve this today?
Yes.
Okay. Can you raise your right hand for me? Do you swear or affirm that you tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Did you want to enter a plea of guilty or no contest? You can put your hand down. Thank you.
No contest.
And sir, has anybody forced you or threatened you to enter a plea here today? And you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, entering a plea today may subject you to deportation.
Yes.
So I'll accept your plea. I'll adjudicate you guilty. We'll sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for those 2 days that you've served. This will release you from this charge. There are some court costs that are assessed, but I'll give you a year to pay that back. And then if you don't pay it back, they can suspend your driving privilege. So just keep in mind, if that's an issue for you, write to us before the year runs out if you think you need more than a year to pay it back. Okay, you're all set, sir. Good luck to you. Thank you. Okay, thank you guys for your patience. That's everything for today. We'll be adjourned till tomorrow. I will try to make sure we start